EP51 opening script. Finalist second Proud Korean Screenplay Competition. Original screenplay, Scorpio, adapted into the 123-episode. Epic spy thriller, Beauty Spy War. Episode 51, The Human Throws a Punch. At Director Joe. Episode 50 recap. Water Beetle The North dispatched. Human returns alive. Fingernails and toenails, all pulled out under torture. Not once did they break. Hey Water Beetle, welcome back. I waited for you until I retired. Shin Soo-ji spy training. At Myeoyong Mountain Guest House. Semi-submersible. Back down to the south. Bring me that water beetle. Right now. Immediately. Today's episode 51. Mountain View Safe House. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Eun-ah sleeping peacefully. In white sheets. Senior Chief Kang Yeong-ung. Sitting beside her. I don't mind mornings like this. Quiet desire, secret trust. And a purpose only Eun-ah knows. Click the lighter. I'm more familiar with your heartbeat than that lighter sound, that poison of yours. It might just be medicine for me. You're special to me. When that time comes, I will rise. The secret of North Korean restaurants. The Security Bureau operatives are eavesdropping and recording guests in specific rooms. Think of it as a facility run by the state security or the RGB. China, Russia, Thailand, Vietnam, Iran, even Italy. You're brilliant, Eun-ah. In the NIS you're one in a million. That's my specialty. I have a license to kill. The number's been erased, but when the organization orders it, I do it. Please just don't kill me. Gently. Upscale Korean restaurant, outside Seoul. Director Joe waiting. In the inner room, a door sliding open. Short in stature, salt and pepper hair. Handler Ji Sang-tae arrives. This is why old comrades are the best. A door sliding open again. A middle-aged man with a slight limp. Water Beetle, say hello. This is Director Joe. Pleased to meet you. I'm Jo Seong-tae. Please just call me Water Beetle. A prosthetic leg. The heel blown off by a landmine. Fingernails deformed from torture by pliers. Pliers? Those bastards. Lotus flowers in full bloom. Along the lakeside. Walking side by side. Murmuring conversation. The dark and strange resonance of the North-South shadow history. A list of sleeper agents active in the South. A list of Southern operatives infiltrated into the North. An invisible hand gripping it all. Do you know what kind of tree this is? Someone grabbing Director Joe from behind, throwing him into the lake. Water Beetle's fist flying without warning. You communist bastard. Episode 51 begins now. Episode 51. The human throws a punch at Director Joe. A safe house situated in a recreational area. Early morning soft sunlight filtering in through the window. The mountain view spread across the floor to ceiling. Glass held the stillness of nature just as it was. Inside the bedroom, Eun-ah sleeping soundly in white sheets. Her smooth nape of the neck just barely visible above the sheets. The quiet sound of her breathing filling the stillness. Sitting beside her a middle-aged man. Senior Chief Kang Yeong-ung. He quietly wrapped an arm around her shoulder. Buried his face beneath the sheet, and whispered softly, "Eun-ah, are you awake already?" Eun-ah slowly opened her eyes. A smile spread across her lips. "I don't mind mornings like this." He slowly drew her into his arms and kissed her gently. Between the two of them passed far more than words. Quiet desire, secret trust, and a purpose only Eun-ah knew. "You know I haven't been seeing you lately. It's been a turbulent time. I needed to sort some things out inside. I told you when things are hard, tell me. That's the kind of relationship we have." She nodded at those words and buried her face in his arm. "I trust you. Just knowing you're there makes me feel secure." He took out a cigarette and flicked open his Zippo lighter. Click, a familiar sound. At that sound, Eun-ah smiled and said, "I'm more familiar with your heartbeat than that lighter sound." He gave a quiet laugh and took her hand. A small diamond ring glittered on her finger. "This ring suits your hand well. Eun-ah, I feel at ease with you." Eun-ah whispered quietly, "That's exactly why I might be more dangerous to you, Senior Chief. The heat I carry, it could become poison." He paused for a moment. But then he stroked her cheek and said, "That poison of yours, it might just be medicine for me. You're special to me." The two held each other in silence. Their relationship was not a simple affair. It was a complex entanglement. Trust and threat, strategy and emotion woven together. And at the center of it all, Eun-ah. The memory of the Myeoyong Mountain guest house. The meticulous training, the covert mission, and the desire within all of it was slowly tightening around her heart. "Senior Chief, you remember what I told you?" "I remember. Don't rush. When the time comes, I'll help you achieve what you're aiming for." She nodded. Taking his hand quietly without a word, she cried out inside, "When that time comes, I will rise. Oh, I need to go on a short overseas trip." "Is that so? Where to?" "I won't be able to see you for a while, Senior Chief." "I'll miss that. You know this already, but when you go abroad, always be mindful of security." "Being mindful of security is second nature to me." "Why? Has something happened?" "When I go on overseas trips, I sometimes visit North Korean restaurants. A lot of our people go. Well, the food just hits differently. North Korean restaurant food is something else. The food is good, that's true. But you have to be careful about confidential conversations. Why? Has something happened? A foreign ministry official stationed in China told me something they heard directly from a North Korean employee. What was it? Eun-ah, the moment North Korea came up, brightened and leaned in with her ears pricked. It seems the Security Bureau operatives are eavesdropping on guests' conversations and recording them in specific rooms. There's been a lot of talk like that. I'm telling you, it's real. Even Chonghwade staff have been issued instructions to refrain from using these establishments when traveling abroad. The intention of doing well together as one people is fine, but not the usage. Those North Korean contacts, you have to be careful. Think of it as a place with special surveillance equipment embedded in the rooms and security cameras installed. Our NIS has been aware of this for some time. The NIS has known, and why wasn't it disclosed to the public? What kind of way is that to handle things petty and small-minded? That's the nature of our work. A lot of what we do has to be kept quiet. Discretion is important, but so is national interest and public safety. Those places are facilities requiring special attention. They're covert operation bases for North Korea. Covert operation bases? Yes. But we do quietly tip off business employees going abroad. About what? That it's a dangerous place. To watch what they say and assume they're always being watched. And that even if a female server approaches them aggressively, they need to keep their head straight. So if you let your guard down abroad, you get taken down sitting still? Places like Okurugwan or Myeoyong, okay, they're just the shell. There's a far bigger purpose than earning foreign currency. I see. Thank you for telling me properly, Eun-ah. Think of it as being operated by the State Security Department, or the Reconnaissance General Bureau. There must be quite a few North Korean-run restaurants. Several in China, Russia, Thailand, Vietnam, Iran, even Italy. I was thinking of holding meetings there, thinking it was a way to help each other as one people. In my opinion, I'd rather you didn't. Especially for any conversations that require confidentiality. Absolutely not. In the past, the RGB used these places to relay orders to sleeper agents in South Korea and receive reports. That's serious? It's a place where United Front Department operatives have also made situation reports, so just be careful without question. Eun-ah gave a brief explanation centering on content that had been reported in the media. Not too deep but not too light either. Content that anyone with an interest in North Korean affairs could have known, and yet she delivered it quietly and carefully, as if it were brand new intelligence. Kang Yeong-ung's expression grew. Increasingly animated, his trust in NIS operative Eun-ah visibly deepening. You really are brilliant. In the NIS you're one in a million, Eun-ah. Not at all. I have a great deal to learn. You're without a doubt the kind of person who will lead the organization. You flatter me. No, I've seen your sharp, confident, brilliant side. Dependable. Thank you. I trust you too, Senior Chief. Well, my body remembers, doesn't it? That I'm in a close alliance with the brilliant Eun-ah. Oh, you're making me blush. An alliance forged through the Great Wall. My fondness for Eun-ah has grown, and so has my trust. It's a small piece of information, but I hope it helps you, Senior Chief. Give me advice from time to time. Frankly, I don't know the intelligence world well. Call me when it matters. Yes, of course. But there is one condition. A condition? What condition? If I find myself in danger while serving, you must absolutely not pretend not to know me. Of course. I'm not that cold-hearted a person. Even if someone tries to put me in a precarious position with false rumors, you must help me, of course. And in an organization people don't like it when someone as sharp as you steps forward, especially in a conservative organization like the NIS. It can be a bit like that. That's why there's the saying, a protruding stone gets chiseled. Don't worry, trust me. Thank you. I'll help you rise through the ranks. Really? I tend to be very clear about who I like and who I don't. I'm in the like category, aren't I? Absolutely. But in return you'll need to kill a few people for me. That's my specialty. I have a license to kill. A license to kill? The number's been erased so you can't see it. But when the organization orders it, I do it. I've walked right into a tiger's den of my own accord. What am I going to do about this? Well, then you'll just have to be devoured. The senior chief shook his head back and forth. Please just don't kill me. Gently. An upscale Korean restaurant outside Seoul. Director Joe was waiting for someone inside the inner room. A moment later, a door sliding quietly open. A person with a short stature and salt and pepper hair came in. Though aged in years, the face looked younger than its age. My goodness, Director Joe, how have you been? Oh, Senior, how have you been? How long has it been? Indeed, a great deal of time has passed. Your face hasn't changed. I've aged quite a bit. I feel like the wrinkles are multiplying. Those wrinkles look distinguished. All that surveillance work in the field, going through every hardship. imaginable, it's only natural they'd form. We went through a great deal together in those investigation days. This is exactly why old comrades are the best. No matter when we meet, it's always good. You worked so hard to protect the country in difficult times. Words can't express it. Back then we lived like that, throwing everything into serving the nation. My health isn't great. I've set up a yellow clay room in the countryside and I'm recuperating there. A yellow clay room? I've heard a great deal about how good it is for the body. By the way, I heard a special guest is coming today? The guest will be arriving shortly. I've had them directed to the Mindoli room. Just then a door sliding quietly open. A middle-aged man of average height came in with a slight limp. Water Beetle, say hello. This is Director Joe. How do you do? He's someone who ran in the field with me back in the day. Pleased to meet you. I'm Joe Seongtae. Yes. Please just call me Water Beetle. That is the call sign I have operated under. Water Beetle? Don't you have an original name you used? I did. I changed my name to live in the South again. You changed your name? To resettle, changing one's name would be better for personal protection. Too, wouldn't it? There must be many who'd come after you to kill you. There are many watching eyes and listening ears. I'm always being careful. You've made it back against all odds. Yes. I was lucky. 9 out of 10 wouldn't have survived in that situation. In return, I gave up my ankle. Your ankle? Yes. I stepped on a landmine and my heel was blown off. So I live with a prosthetic like this. I see. A blessing in misfortune. I just had the heart to do something for the country. I heard you were at the guest house? Yes. I was lucky. Didn't they suspect you? At first they did, but later the relationship changed to one of trust. I heard you went through severe torture. As you can see here, my fingernails and toenails were all pulled out. And have become deformed like this. Water Beetle showed nails that had not grown back properly. Misshapen and disfigured. These marks were made by gripping them with pliers. And pulling little by little. Pliers? Those bastards. Whenever a nail started to show even a little, they'd grip it with pliers and pull it out bit by bit as torture. Still, I'm glad you've made it back through all those trials and hardships. Staff came in carrying a table full of magnificent dishes. Now please think of it as a modest spread and enjoy the meal. Yes. Thank you for the meal. The meal finished and a bowl of scorched rice tea arrived. The warm, nutty aroma of roasted rice seemed to drift for miles in every direction. Director Joe and Water Beetle walked together around the lake, talking quietly about this and that as they went. Water Beetle walked quietly along the lakeside, where lotus flowers were in full bloom. There were almost no people around the lake. A small crowd could be seen far in the distance, which made the immediate surroundings feel all the more empty. The human from the south who had infiltrated the north. The investigation director of the unit that had managed that human. The two figures walking side by side left a dark and strange resonance. The kind that surfaces when reflecting on the shadowy history of North-South covert operations. If a human who had operated in secret were to be brought into the open, the ripple effect would be beyond imagination. A list of sleeper agents currently active in the South. A list of Southern operatives currently infiltrated into the North. It could be an invisible hand gripping and shaking all of it. My goodness, this is a remarkable tree. Do you know what it's called? No, I feel like I almost know it but can't quite say. Director Joe bowed his head, touching a tree near the edge of the lake. Suddenly someone grabbed Director Joe from behind and threw him into the lake. The abruptness of the action left Director Joe completely disoriented. At that moment, Water Beetle's fist came flying without warning. "You communist bastard." EP51 Ending Script. Episode 51 Highlights. The Safe House. Eun-ah and Kang Yeong-ung. Mountain View Safe House. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Eun-ah sleeping peacefully, in white sheets. Senior Chief Kang Yeong-ung sitting quietly beside her. I don't mind mornings like this. Quiet desire, secret trust, and a purpose only Eun-ah knows. Click the Zippo lighter. I'm more familiar with your heartbeat than that lighter sound. A small diamond ring, glittering on her finger. That poison of yours. It might just be medicine for me. You're special to me. Trust and threat. Strategy and emotion. A complex entanglement. The memory of Myeoyong Mountain. Guest house. Meticulous training. Covert mission. Slowly tightening around her heart. When that time comes, I will rise. The secret of North Korean restaurants. The Security Bureau operatives are eavesdropping and recording guests in specific rooms. Even Chonghwade staff were told to refrain from using them when traveling abroad. Think of it as a facility run by the state security, or the RGB. China, Russia, Thailand, Vietnam, Iran, even Italy. It's also been used to relay orders to sleeper agents in South Korea and receive reports. Eun-ah briefing him on information anyone following North Korean affairs would know, as if it were brand new intelligence. Kang Yeong-ung's expression growing brighter by the word. You're brilliant, Eun-ah. In the NIS. You're 1 in a million. Licensed to kill. Laughter and chills. That's my specialty. I have a license to kill. A license to kill? The number's been erased, but when the organization orders it, I do it. I've walked right into a tiger's den. What am I going to do? Well, you'll just have to be devoured. Please just don't kill me. Gently. Upscale Korean restaurant. Reunion of old comrades. A door sliding open quietly. Short in stature. Salt and pepper hair. A face younger than his years. Handler Ji Sang-tae arrives. This is why old comrades are the best. We gave everything for this country. In difficult times, my health isn't great. I've set up a yellow clay room in the countryside to recuperate. Water beetle. The first meeting. A door sliding open again. A middle-aged man with a slight limp. Water beetle. Say hello. This is Director Joe. Pleased to meet you. I'm Joe Seong-tae. Please just call me Water Beetle. That's the call sign. I've operated under a heel blown off by a landmine. Living with a prosthetic leg. Deformed fingernails. Pulled out slowly with pliers. Pliers? Those bastards. A table full of fine dishes. A bowl of scorched rice tea. The warm, nutty aroma of roasted rice filling the room. Lotus Lake. The shadow of history. Lotus flowers in full bloom. Walking side by side. Murmuring conversation. The human who infiltrated the North. The investigation director who managed that human. Two figures walking side by side. A dark and strange resonance of the North-South shadow history. A list of sleeper agents active in the South. A list of Southern operatives infiltrated into the North. An invisible hand gripping and shaking it all. Do you know what kind of tree this is? Director Joe bowing his head. Touching a tree by the lakeside. Someone grabbing him from behind. Throwing him into the lake. Water beetle's fist. Flying without warning. You communist bastard. Episode 52 preview. Why did Water Beetle attack Director Joe? The true reason behind the confrontation. Senior Chief Kang and Eun-ah's next move. Who is the real target of the license to kill? Finalist second Proud Korean Screenplay Competition. Original screenplay, Scorpio, adapted into the 123 episode. Epic spy thriller, beauty spy war. New Korean episodes every Monday, Wednesday. Korean compilation every Friday. New English episodes every Tuesday, Thursday. English compilation every Saturday. Thank you for watching. EP52 opening script. Finalist second Proud Korean Screenplay Competition. Original screenplay, Scorpio, adapted into the 123 episode. Epic spy thriller, beauty spy war. Episode 52, Water Beetle's Knowing Smile. Episode 51 recap. Mountain View Safe House. Eun-ah and Senior Chief Kang. I don't mind mornings like this. That poison of yours. It might just be medicine for me. When that time comes, I will rise. I have a license to kill. Please just don't kill me. Gently. Handler Ji Sang-tae arrives. Reunion of old comrades. Water Beetle's first meeting. Prosthetic leg. Deformed fingernails. Pliers? Those bastards. Lotus flowers in full bloom. Two figures walking, side by side. Someone grabbing Director Joe from behind, throwing him into the lake. Water Beetle's fist, flying without warning. You communist bastard. Today's episode 52. Director Joe. It was unmistakably Water Beetle. Eyes wide, whites showing. Fist raised. You're a mole, aren't you? Operating in the light, while serving the darkness. A double agent. I've seen your name on a list, buried deep inside. Traitor. You're a spy who betrayed your country and people. Touch me and I'll blow everything to the press. The ankle blown off by a landmine, a useless leg that cannot hold its ground. Director Joe's quiet smile. Good grief. Blaming an innocent man. Water Beetle lifted clean and thrown back into the lake. And yet, that knowing, sour smile on Water Beetle's lips kept nagging at him. Ji Sang-tae, flying sidekick. Do you know who this person is? Listen to me. Controller. Later. Shut your mouth. Car. Water Beetle, dozing in the back seat. Ji Sang-tae calls Daebomb. Today this friend threw a punch at your director. There's a secret the two of them share. If he catches on, you could be in danger. Wiretapping, not bugging, wiretapping. Samgukji's 10 eunuchs. The sweetness of power. Masan, March 15th election fraud protests. Buma Democratic Uprising. The Razor Blade. Ji Sang-tae's reputation. Wire him up. Wire him if I say. Wire him. Tap Director Joe's phone. And do it now. Episode 52 begins now. Episode 52. Water Beetle's knowing smile. Director Joe looked in that instant. It was unmistakably Water Beetle. Water Beetle had eyes wide open, whites showing, fist raised. The body was trembling violently, and from deep within the throat came what seemed like a growling sound. A large fist came flying without mercy. And a very sharp fist at that. What the has this person lost their mind? The corner of his mouth split open and another fist came flying. What is this? Do you know who I am? You rotten bastard. You're a mole, aren't you? Has this person actually gone mad? I've gone mad? You're the one who's mad. You rotten bastard. I feel a powerful urge to kill right now. I'll finish you completely. The only reason I'm holding back is because there are eyes watching. You're a mole, aren't you? A mole? What is that? What are you talking about? Operating in the light while serving the darkness. A double agent, isn't that right? You're badly mistaken about something. What on earth are you doing this for? I'm mistaken? I've seen your name on a list buried deep in the inside. What are you babbling about? You rotten thing? I am the NIS investigation director. You could end up dead. Stay still. Oh yes, investigation director. And behind closed doors a traitor playing both sides. Wow, you. What do you think you know, running your mouth like that? Traitor. You are a monstrous spy. Who has betrayed your country and your people? Traitor? You think words are free? Saying whatever you please. Ha ha, frightened, aren't you? Touch me, and I'll blow everything to the press. Finishing off one person like you is nothing. You'd kill me? I entertained the thought because you're such a lunatic. Are you in your right mind? I could have some of the friends who crossed over. Send you to the next world this very evening. You're scared too, aren't you? Afraid of when this mess of a situation will come to light? You're completely insane. Are you at the level of needing a psychiatric ward? Your current state. You rotten bastard. Water Beetle raised a fist again and tried to strike. But the wretched leg heel blown off could not bring proper force to bear. At the staggering, unsteady movements director Joe wore a quiet smile. What that smile meant no one could know. Whether it was amusing to see someone coming at him with a body they couldn't properly control, or whether the sight of someone this insignificant coming at him was simply unsightly. Good grief, blaming a perfectly innocent person. Director Joe lifted Water Beetle clean and threw them upside down into the water. He wanted to make sure they could never come back out into the world again. That this very person coming at him as if they knew some secret was the human they were managing. He was so dumbfounded words wouldn't come. And yet in one corner of his heart, the knowing, sour smile at the corner of Water Beetle's lips kept nagging at him, again and again. Water Beetle thrashing in the water struggling to swim out. Must have mistaken someone. This friend they received thorough ideological education at the Myeoyong Mountain Guest House. It seems adapting and living in South Korean society is out of the question. He thrashed in the lake, gasping and sputtering as he fought for air, then forced out a curse through clenched teeth. Water Beetle was also raging, showing no sign of backing down. Something ideological seemed to have a firm grip on them. That something a watchful gaze fixed on them. Ji Sang-tae, who had been watching from a distance, came running over. Has that person lost their mind? He rushed urgently toward Director Joe. His own human had assaulted an NIS director. Could this absurd situation even be happening? They shouldn't have known each other. Had there been some past grievance? Ji Sang-tae was an aged man but still in reasonably good physical condition. Looking at water beetle barely pulling themselves out of the water, he launched a flying sidekick right at them. Water beetle went tumbling, falling into the lake screaming, "You, water beetle! Do you not know who this person is? What a worthless so-and-so. Listen to me. Controller, listen to what I'm saying. Shut your mouth. We are not the kind of people who talk carelessly, even when we have mouths to speak with. That person, whoever calls himself director, is not even human. You still haven't come to your senses? In shock? You rotten thing. I'm perfectly clear-headed. Sound as a bell. We'll talk later. Shut your mouth." Ji Sang-tae kept bowing his head repeatedly toward Director Joe. "Senior, did I pick the wrong person when I selected this human? My goodness, Director. Even if I had 10 mouths I'd have nothing to say. I understand quite a bit of national intelligence. Funding has gone into this operation. Please let this pass today. As they say, what's good is good. Let it pass. That foul so-and-so to me. And on top of that, humiliating me, the NIS investigation director, like this?" Water beetle was also seething, taking the posture of a dog that would leap out and bite the moment the leash was released, like a bison furious beyond measure. Ji Sang-tae wrapped an arm around Water Beetle and moved toward the vehicle. Then forced the resistant Water Beetle into the car and shut the door. Water Beetle struggled not to get in, then reluctantly climbed aboard. Ji Sang-tae sized up Water Beetle's level of intoxication with a quick visual assessment. Had this been a mistake made under the influence? Or was there some secret shared between them and Director Joe? Water Beetle, unable to overcome the intoxication, dozed in the back seat. The car heater was turned up a little more. Ji Sang-tae drove and called his cherished junior Daebomb. "Is this Daebomb?" "Yes. Senior. How are you? It's about the friend I mentioned before." "Who do you mean?" "The friend I called the human." "Yes, Senior. Has something happened?" Today this friend threw a punch at your director." "A punch? Why? Is this person not in their right mind?" "I don't know, they had a good meal together. Were taking a walk and apparently Water Beetle attacked first." What is this, Senior? How should I interpret it?" "Well, the way I see it, Director Joe seems to be hiding something. As far as I know, the director hasn't shown anything particularly suspicious. No, the fact that this person attacked reflexively tells me There's some secret shared between the two of them. Then I'll make sure to keep today's events in mind. I'll look into whether there's any connection. Right, it's not something to handle urgently, so look into it carefully. It may take a great deal of time. Yes, Senior. Please keep this off the record. Ah yes, it has to stay quiet. I don't think this is something that will yield answers quickly. Of course it stays quiet. Still, he's the investigation director, so approach carefully. Yes, I know that. If he catches on, you could find yourself in danger. Yes, understood. Don't go asking around carelessly and letting things slip. Yes, for now I'll keep it to myself alone. It could turn out to be nothing at all. This person who crossed over is still in a state of half-belief themselves. Can someone like this really be trusted? We're not in a position to immediately decide what's right or wrong. Whether this is someone to trust or not, that's also unclear. Right, but why did they suddenly appear? That can't be known. Take this to heart. I'll keep it firmly in mind. I'll work on extracting whatever useful information I can. From this person too. Understood. And by the way, are you still tapping the director's phone for security purposes these days? Why? Can't speak. When I was there we had even the director's calls tapped. I wouldn't know about that. Why don't you know? I don't have that information. Even if I did, I couldn't tell a retired senior like yourself. These people. Treating a senior like dirt. That's not what I meant. Please don't misunderstand. Hey, I'm NIS too. Yes. I know, Senior. I fought day and night for this country too. I'm sorry. It's not an area I'm familiar with. Then what is it? Are you saying you're treating the controller, who managed Water Beetle from behind, like dirt? Is that it? That's the nature of our work. For national security. Daybomb, I still like you. I know that, Senior. Even looking at you, your eyes are alive. Thank you. Those eyes were good. Sometimes there will be moments when you need the know-how and experience of retired seniors. I know. I'm always grateful. The way I understand it, tapping the phone of a director or the chief is the right thing to do. Whether they have the right thinking, whether they're making judgments that go against national interest, whether there's any possibility they're spying for an adversary, there's a need to know. Yes, I agree with that. In the past, the Chongwade also had lines tapped. The VIP from the old days wasn't that someone who was once put on military trial, under suspicion of espionage and then released through intervention? Yes, I've heard that as well. That's exactly why tapping is necessary. Not bugging tapping. Yes. I also believe that senior officials should be mentally prepared to be tapped by anyone at any time. For the sake of national security. Right, Daebomb, you make some sense, so my mood improves a little. Yes. Thank you. Don't go treating a senior like dirt. Yes. Understood. Great senior. I may not have made director, but I was a long-serving team leader for years. Yes. Even a president sitting in Chongwade can make a wrong miscalculation. That can happen. It would be good if aides took care of everything. But that's actually difficult, isn't it? That's true. They're busy. It's not about being busy around people in power. There are many flatterers. Friends who only say sweet and pleasant things are positioned all around. That's something that needs to change. It's right there in the romance of the Three Kingdoms. The 10 eunuchs positioned around the ruler blocking all communication. So the ruler can't even see anyone's face and bringing the country to ruin. You saw it clearly. Yes. I saw it. That's the sweetness of it. Power endlessly, without limit. You want to take it. Eat it, drain it, swallow it, don't you? I suppose so. I haven't tasted power yet myself. That's why once you're intoxicated by it, it's hard to get out. I did investigation team leader work and toward the end of my career. Did a bit of internal affairs team leader work too. Yes. Your reputation as the razor blade wasn't a good one. The razor blade? That's not the most pleasant term. The operatives' assessment was that you had no mercy and no tears, senior. All of that was for the nation. And the organization, none of it was for my own pleasure. Either way, if that's how the operatives felt, I'm sorry. What is there to be sorry about? Perhaps it's because my hometown is a place that can't stand injustice. My character may have been a little like that too. What? Are you saying the region influenced your character, senior? Right, that too can't be dismissed. The town I grew up in is Mawson, the place that held the very first nationwide protest against the March 15th election fraud. Well, isn't that a stronghold opposition city? You shouldn't see it as an opposition city, think of it as a city. With many people who see politics clearly, people with political foresight. Ha ha, that's right. And didn't that lead to revolutionary development of citizens' democracy? The cornerstone of democratization. And didn't that democratic heat spread all the way to Seoul? And bring about the April 19th uprising? A great city? During Park's era, didn't the Buma Democratic Uprising rise up against the Yushin system and spread nationwide, changing the very course of history? That's right. I learned it in history class. So will you lend an ear to what this retired senior has to say? Yes, senior. Please go ahead. It's a somewhat sensitive matter. Even so, please say it. Don't tell anyone, just you. Yes. I have a bad feeling. Strengthen the wiretap on Director Joe's phone. What? Wire him up right now. EP52 ending script. Episode 52 highlights. Water Beetle's fist. The real reason. It was unmistakably Water Beetle. Eyes wide, whites showing. Fist raised. You're a mole. Operating in the light, while serving the darkness. A double agent. I've seen your name on a list buried deep inside. Traitor. You're a spy who betrayed your country and people. Touch me and I'll blow everything to the press. The knowing smile. Heart of EP52. The ankle blown off by a landmine. A useless leg. Staggering, stumbling. Director Joe's quiet smile. Ridiculous, this broken man. Still coming at him. Good grief. Blaming an innocent man. Water Beetle lifted clean and thrown back into the lake. And yet, that knowing, sour smile on Water Beetle's lips kept nagging at him. Ji-sang-tae's flying sidekick. Ji-sang-tae, still physically sharp, despite his age. Flying sidekick. Water Beetle goes down into the lake again. Do you know who this person is? I'm telling you. Listen to me, controller. Shut your mouth. Later. Ji-sang-tae bowing repeatedly to Director Joe. I don't know where to begin to apologize. Water Beetle restrained. Forced into the car, like a bull, furious and unbroken. Ji-sang-tae daebomb. The dangerous call. Water Beetle dozing in the back seat. Ji-sang-tae calls daebomb. Today this friend threw a punch at your director. There's a secret the two of them share. Off the record, if he catches on, you could be in danger. Don't go asking around and letting things slip. Wiretapping. Power and history. You still tap the director's phone for security, right? Not bugging. Wiretapping. Samgukji's 10 eunuchs. Power that consumes endlessly. Taking, eating, sucking, swallowing. You can't stop. The razor blade. Ji-sang-tae's reputation. Mawson. March 15 election fraud protests. Buma democratic uprising. Changing the course of history. This retired senior has a bad feeling. Wire him up. Wire him if I say. Wire him. Tap Director Joe's phone. Strengthen the wiretap. What? Do it now. Episode 53 preview. The truth behind Water Beetle's list. What secret is Director Joe hiding? Will daebomb follow the order? What will the wiretap reveal? Finalist second Proud Korean Screenplay Competition. Original screenplay, Scorpio, adapted into the 123 episode. Epic spy thriller, Beauty Spy War. New Korean episodes every Monday, Wednesday. Korean compilation every Friday. New English episodes every Tuesday, Thursday. English compilation every Saturday. Thank you for watching.